Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking your time and joining this webinar. My name is Ismail and I am from Reddington team. I take care of cloud marketing in Reddington. So Reddington has a global presence in India, Middle East and Africa region and Singapore region. Reddington mission is to offer a robust technology powered platform to enable a seamless flow of products and services. For today's webinar, we have Mr. Bhupesh and Mr. Amit, who will be the speaker for this webinar, and who will be taking us a deep dive in the Microsoft Dynamic 365 CRM, a package specifically crafted for India MSME market. And during the webinar, whatever questions you have, you can write in the chat box section. We will be taking at last all those questions. So we have Mr. Bhupesh from Zelite team. Mr. Bhupesh, over to you.
Thank you, Ismail. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Bhupesh, working as an AVP Sales in Zelite Solutions. I'll just run you through the agenda. The webinar agenda will be, I'll brief you about the short about Zelite Solutions, what we will be doing, our expertise, India SMEs market outlook, facts and figures, then challenges. Then over to that, we will talk about the different how CRM can help India SMEs to overcome their challenges. The differentiator that consists of Microsoft Family, which has the benefits and the use cases, followed by the CRM exclusive implementation package for India SME that we will discuss post demo. So starting from this, so Zelite is an basically Pune-based company. It's a global enterprise, full service software development. We have headquarters in Pune and our offices in Kenya, UAE, and USA. 150 plus CRM implementations what we have done as of now. And even if it's in theory of constant or predictive analysis or implementing process, the platform Zelite got you all covered. So we have 400 plus success stories, and our major sectors are, as mentioned, energy, ITS, education, manufacturing, government, and retail. Coming to the next slides. So this is about Zelite Solutions, the business empowering your business transformations. We are into artificial intelligence, the process automation, any custom product development which any company is looking for their employees, for their customers, staff augmentation, advanced analytics, and so on. Our main forte is for Microsoft Dynamics 365. We have a skilled resource team of developers with us. Then also we work on a SharePoint, MS Power Platform, and cloud transformation. Coming to next slides, these are our India clients. Basically, few of our India clients: Amazon, Tata, Siemens, KSB, Baker, Baramati Agro, Kirloskar, Pneumatic. And next, these are our global clients: Caterpillar, Trailers, Lenovo, Data Dynamics. So I won't coming to next slides. Now let's talk about the India SME outlook. So this slide is basically divided into two parts. The above talks about our contribution and the later talks about the benefits that the SMEs have witnessed by adopting technologies in their transformation journey. SMEs are the backbone of any nation's economy. So let's take on pride that we at SMEs contribute nearly 30% of our India's GDP. We employ around 111 million people. 45% is of total export, which is done by SME, which turn around to be approximately $325 billion, which is a huge money. As per the recent survey conducted by MSME Council, 75% of India SME have adopted digital technologies, showcasing a significant shift towards digital transformation in the business. Now, let's talk about another part of the slide. So here we can see the 10% average 10% growth of YOY basis of India SME sector. And there is a point to be noted that India SMEs are catering only to domestic market. International market is not considered in this sector. And report states that SMEs have leveraging e-commerce platforms have witnessed almost 30% of growth in their profits and 27% of growth into their sales. Coming to the next point, SMEs who have adopted the cloud services have saved almost 40% of their operational cost. And with the zero downtime, I will say 99.9% to 99.95% of downtime. And the last but not the least, as per the recent survey done by Google and KPMG, SMEs engaging in digital transformation are likely to see 2x growth as compared to the business done in traditional form. The message is loud and clear. India SMEs have recognized the immense value of digital adoption and are prepared to elevate their organizations to unprecedented heights. In this digital era, the future is promising. Coming to the next slide, though India, we have on the previous slide we have seen the benefits and the outlook of India SMEs, but though there are few challenges which still the SME sector is facing. Now, in this slide, we will talk about the barrier for technology adoption. What are the challenges? As an example, if a small consulting firm is looking for an implement to a CRM system for a better track to client interactions and manage the leads effectively. However, due to limited financial resources, they can't offer the subscription and the implementation cost. Additionally, the firm staff lacks to know how new age of digital platform beyond the basic email and spreadsheet, creating a knowledge gap in understanding how to leverage a CRM software. And the another common example here we can give, that is a if consider a small bakery looking to expand its market reach through online ordering system. However, the bakery faces technological adoption barriers, such as cost of developing and maintaining the website, integrating with the various secure payment system, and managing the online orders. Additionally, the bakery staff may lack the technical skills needed for managing an e-commerce platform, leading to a dependent on IT external support, further increasing operational cost and complicating adoption process. Here, the bar chart you can see that's a survey done by Microsoft, which states the problem for SMEs for digital adoption along with the percentage. The higher count is basically the cost of solutions, and the next to that is the adoption of the technology done by the SMEs. Coming to the next slide, now how a CRM can help SMEs. The customer experience, the way customer interact with your business has changed. You need to build trust with customers by delivering personalized experience, no matter how they talk into your organization. Delivering a personalized experiences goes beyond just personalized communications. It's about delivering a constant and tailored experience. Let me give an example over here. A customer inquires about a recent order that he has recently placed with the company. The customer wants to know whether the currency fluctuation is going to impact his order or not. Initially, unable to reach their usual sales contact as a salesperson is traveling. The customer calls the company's board line and connects with the another salesperson. The second salesperson access the customer information in the CRM system and reassure them that the order is secure and protected against the currency changes, that they have a rate contract in place. This example tells us how a CRM system enables seamless personalized customer experience regardless of contact point. Second is beat the competition. Many times the SMEs have to compete with the large enterprises. B2B sales are largely based on trust and strong relationships. If we have to stand out in competition, we really need to know exactly what the customer needs are. Once you identify the customer needs, now define a strategy to differentiate how different you are amongst the your competitors. What value are you going to bring on the table and address your client need? This is along going to happen if you have a CRM system in place and it is meant to be a single source of information, rather a single source of truth. Adopt a process-centric approach. I was talking to my sales team earlier. I asked them a question. Sales is an art or an process? Anonymously, I got the answer that sales is an art. However, as an organization, we do really want to rely solely on the magic of artisan. An organization cannot depend entirely on the individuals to drive revenue. Instead, we need to have a sales process in the place and then allow the sales additions to perform their magic within the boundaries of that process. Here, I'm emphasizing in the importance of balancing the creative aspects of a sales with a structural process. As an organization, we have to be a process-centric organization over people-dependent organization. Once you implement the process coupled with the technology platform, we will see the transformation. Boost productivity. Sales is a teamwork. Effective collaboration leads to enhanced productivity. Once you have a system in the place, your team can focus efficiently on prioritization of the task and effective time management, letting them to focus on building and maintaining the customer relationship that matters. Now here, how a Microsoft D365 CRM is a differentiator. Microsoft 365 CRM offers a seamless experience by connecting with other Microsoft products like right out of the box. That helps SMEs to streamline their operation and enhance a customer relationship without the complexities of a customer integrations. We call it as pre-integrated platform. Automate your process to save manual data entry. For example, if you receive an inquiry email in your Outlook, you need to add as a lead in your CRM system. You can simply tag it as a lead in and the lead is created. With the use of Power BI, you can gain actionable insights, anticipate customer needs, and sell them new products and services they are likely to purchase. Now, there are various use cases for how a Microsoft D365 CRM is a differentiator. For an example, consider I'll just give an example of IoT. A company providing and maintenance for the lifts and elevators uses IoT devices connected to Azure, which is linked with the Dynamic 365. If an elevator stops working, an IoT device quickly detects the issue and sends the information to Azure IoT. This triggers Dynamic CRM to create a service case and using GPS assigns it to the nearest service engineer. The engineer gets a ticket and fixes the elevator. All of this happen automatically without customers needing to call for help. This proactive approach generally improves the customer satisfaction by solving problems before the customer even notices them. Now let's take us another example like DMS with the CRM, document management system with the CRM. In traditional setup, when a customer confirms an order and a contract agreement needs to be drafting, the process is too lengthy. Typically, a salesperson email to the legal team, then who asks for the more details like what are the payment terms, what is jurisdiction, what are the type, which is very time consuming and back and forth exchange activity. Just to clarify, just a few questions. Now imagine if the organization has used integrated system combining SharePoint document management system with the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. In this situation, when customer confirms an order, the salesperson simply updates the opportunity stage in agreement in process. This action automatically triggers a workflow in SharePoint, creating a task for a legal team with a set turnaround time. The task includes all necessary details like customer name, headquarter address, buyer details, your payment terms, etc., etc. Even to access the entire conversation history between sales and the customer to ensure no critical point is missed out in the contract. With this system, the sales team needs to only to mark a checkbox or a field indicating send agreement to customer. This streamlined process eliminates the need for back and forth emails, significantly reducing the time spent on drafting agreements and improving the overall productivity. This advantage of seamless integration comes only with the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Here, I'm not saying that other CRM system won't able to achieve, but think about the level of customization and integration needed, and the customization comes at a cost. So, moving on to our next thing, I'll hand over to our another partner, Mr. Amit Kumar. He will take you through the Dynamic 365 CRM demo. Amit, over to you.
Thank you, Bhupesh. Just checking if my screen is visible and audio is good.
Yes, Amit.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Very good afternoon. Uh, So I also have a slightly smaller deck to walk you through. And for my part, the agenda is to briefly introduce myself, and then we look at the key challenges specifically for the sales team. I know Bhupesh has covered some of the challenges and how Microsoft can, help you overcome those challenges. But in my deck here, I'll be talking about specifically sales. And then we will look at some key statistics and discuss some sales personas and their specific requirements. Then we jump into the actual demo of the application, which is Dynamics 365 Sales. And if the time permits, we will also touch upon Copilot for Sales, which is a AI tool by Microsoft. Then following that, we'll have 10 or 15 minutes for the Q&A, and then we'll talk about the next webinar, which is coming up. Yeah. So first of all, just to introduce myself, my name is Amit, and I am pre-sales director for Zelite. And thank you so much for joining today's session. But before we get started, I just want to take a moment to quickly introduce myself and share a bit about my background, not to brag or toot my own horn, but to show how my experience helps me understand the challenges that organizations like yours, specifically SMEs and sales team, face today. So I started my career back in 2009 as an intern in sales and marketing team, right in the middle of Great Recession. But over the years, I've had my fair share for working for SMEs. And I have worked with both B2B and B2C organizations, which gave me a pretty good sense of, the challenges that, SMEs face in today's world. For about, 10 years, after about 10 years, I moved into Microsoft partner world to leverage the information and experience that I gained over the years to help companies like yours to use technology to tackle these challenges. To be honest, I think I've been very lucky to experience both sides of the sales and the tech. And today I'm very excited to walk you through the common challenges that SMEs are dealing with and how Microsoft can help overcome them. So without any further ado, let's get started. Um, on the other side, if you want to connect with me, you can see this QR code. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or directly reach out to Zelite. Perfect. So I'll just very quickly touch upon the key challenges being faced by sales teams in SMEs. And you can see, a list here, but for example, in an inefficient sales process. So many SMEs have outdated or manual sales processes that are prone to errors, leading to missed opportunities and a lack of efficiency. And sales teams often struggle with tracking and managing leads efficiently, resulting in lost leads or poor follow-ups with your prospects, right? And then your sales team really lacks real-time insights, especially specifically if we are talking about SME context here, and tracking their sales performance. How am I doing? How my leads and opportunities are doing, and making it very difficult to track the progress and identify the bottlenecks. And sales teams often struggle to retain customers, which is a major challenge due to a lack of personalized service or follow-up, like my colleague Bhupesh also mentioned earlier. And many SMEs have fragmented customer data stored in different systems. The teams have working in data silos, and they have their own spreadsheets saving the data on their computer or emails and things like that, which makes it really hard to get a single view of your customer. And then SMEs may lack the tools to quickly adapt to change in the market, resulting in missed opportunities. For example, everybody's talking about AI and how we can leverage AI to overcome some of the challenges in sales. And last but not the least, SMEs often face challenges in collaboration between sales, marketing, and other departments due to data silos and processes, right? Now, the question is how we, as Microsoft, can help you overcome these challenges, right? So now I'll be talking about different applications, specifically, Dynamics 365 Sales, where I will also show you the demo later on. So first of all, Dynamics 365 automates the sales process right from lead generation to deal closure, right? Ensuring that no step in the sales process is missed. Workflows can be customized as per your requirements, improving the efficiency and reducing errors, right? The application comes with lead scoring, automated lead assignment, and follow-up reminders. So there is the AI piece built into it, which kind of gives you prompts and notifications. If you have a task or a phone call coming up, you have to follow up with a customer. And it also provides a 360-degree view of the entire customer journey, enabling you for the better relationship management. Then you also have dashboards and reporting tools within Dynamics 365, which provide real-time visibility into the key metrics, allowing sales team to track performance, identify issues, bottlenecks, and make data-driven decisions. Dynamics 365 also enables you to communicate effectively with your prospects and send them more personalized communication through AI-driven insights, helping you build long-lasting relationship with your prospects and customers, right? And also it centralizes all your customer data, giving you a single source of truth. So for example, if I'm logged in as a salesperson or a sales leader, my CRM is the only place where I go if I have to find any information related to a customer. It can be how many open opportunities that I have. It can be how many quotations do I have still open or won or lost, and all the customer insights is available in just single platform. Then you have AI-driven insights, predictive analysis for your pipeline and stuff, which is also useful. And last but not the least, as Bhupesh mentioned, one of the key, competitive advantage of Microsoft is you're not buying a product, okay? You are signing up for the entire ecosystem that Microsoft offers, right? And this application seamlessly integrates with Microsoft Teams, your Office 365, your Outlook, everything, right? If you have an ERP, for example, Business Central maybe, or any other application for that matter, right? It seamlessly integrates with all the other applications. Okay. So briefly touching upon the different personas within the organization who may be using the CRM. So obviously you have customer, first and foremost, and Bhupesh mentioned earlier, most of the customers are looking for personalized communication. They want the companies to be educated before reaching out, what my needs are, what specific solution are you proposing, how is it helping me and all that. So as a company, you should be informed and make more personalized communication with your prospect to ensure there's a good conversion rate, right? Then you have the other three personas within the organization. So you have sellers, right? And according to a latest research, it has been found out that salespeople today are spending 70% of their time on admin and non-selling duties, which is amazing. Yeah. So imagine a salesperson sitting at desk 70% of the time just doing admin. Yeah. Not talking to the real people or the prospects to close the deal. Yeah. Sounds bizarre to me, right? Then you have sales manager who wants to leverage the data to coach their team, right? And then you will have a leadership team who's looking to how most of the things can be automated and getting the insights from every interaction or every of the key persona.
Amit, your voice is breaking.
Now I'll just brief.
Amit, we lost you. I think some technical glitch from his side. Apologies for the same.
Bhupesh, can you please check with
Yes,
Amit?
yes. Yes,
Okay.
he's connecting back.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, Amit, you are audible.
Yes, yes, Amit.
Perfect. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me reshare my screen. Please let me know when you can see my screen. Yeah,
Yes, it's visible.
perfect. Okay, so we discussed the key requirement of the. Now I want to share a ton of value, right? So in a recent study, we found out that based on their model, companies can realize twice the ROI on their CRM investment, right? Within just 7 months of implementing, which is great, right? And there is a 7% increase for the sales team. There's a 7% increase in close rates. 15% think they're more efficient, and they are saving approximately 30 hours on the manual tasks that they have been doing, like non-admin duties, right? So these are some of the key stats. I'm not going to go into a lot more detail. I'm just conscious of time, right? So let's just briefly discuss, Microsoft 365 Copilot for Sales. This is basically, the AI side of things. As you might know already, that Microsoft have partnered with OpenAI, creators of ChatGPT. They have invested a lot of time, money, and effort, and so basically, all these applications come built in with the AI functionality, right? So for this specific called Copilot for Sales, which enables the automation of a lot of tasks. So, like I was explaining earlier, 70% of the people in sales are either spending time on researching their prospects or preparing for a meeting, or generating quotes or entering the sales data, manual data entry or admin task, or in the CRM prioritizing their leads and opportunities, or looking at the meeting notes and blah blah blah, right? There's a lot of admin work. Okay, so what this tool does, it heavy lifts all the admin tasks on behalf of the salesperson, right? It can all be automated, right? So imagine Copilot as being your personal assistant, right? So that can be done. So you can view the opportunity summary, you can analyze your sales conversations, you can draft a proposal, create CRM tasks. For example, we are having a meeting right now. At the end of the meeting, it will give me notes or any actions, so that I don't have to manually, write down anything. I can just focus on delivering this webinar, for example, right? So it's a really, really good product. We could spend the whole day looking at all the features and functionalities, but for now, let's jump into the actual demo. Okay, uh, give me a moment. I will. I'm logged into my CRM. I hope you can still see the application.
Yes, Amit.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm logged into Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales. That is the name of the application. First of all, I'll just walk you through, the user interface, which is very, very user friendly, very intuitive from the salesperson, from the user perspective. Okay. So first of all, you have this menu bar on the left-hand side, which allows you to navigate to different functionality or parts of the application. Okay. Then you have the search bar at the top. You can use the search, enter the keyword, and find out exactly which opportunity, which customer, or which quotation you want to look for in the CRM. Okay. Then you have other functions here. For example, if I click on the plus sign, I can very easily create a contact, a lead, or an opportunity, and so on. This is for the settings and so on. You can see I'm logged in as myself, Amit. There's a Copilot, which is the AI side of things. Okay. Now let's jump into the functionality. Okay, so on the left hand side, like I said, you have a menu bar. The first thing that you can see on the screen is dashboard, right? So the application itself comes with reporting capabilities. You can create your own dashboards. You can create n number of dashboard, multiple dashboards for different personas. There can be one for the sales person, there can be one for the sales manager, there can be one for the leadership team, you know all three different people looking at different information, right? So for example, I'm logged in as a salesperson. I can see a list of all the work items, leads and opportunities that I should be working on. Then how many open leads are there, and different sources, any recent calls that I have to make, and then I can look at the pipeline. Being a salesperson, it is very important for me to see how my pipeline stands on any given day. So you can see there are 4 stages at the moment: qualify, develop, propose, and close. And how much revenue is there in each stage. So you can see 154,007 opportunities, right? Opportunities which are at risk. So the system very intelligently, tells me if I have not had any conversation or any follow up with the customer, then it flags the opportunity as being at risk. So I can just concentrate on the ones where I haven't, really picked up on opportunities, right? This dashboard that you can see on my screen is very much customizable and configurable, right? You're not limited to what you are seeing on my screen. You can add any data that you want in this, okay? This is also interactive, so you can click on specific tiles and things and deep dive into each thing. So that's also useful. Then there is also an option to integrate with Power BI. So Power BI, for people who don't know, is a data analytics BI tool for Microsoft. If you are looking for more sophisticated reporting, for example, if you want to bring data from a finance system or a ERP system and you want to merge it, enhance it with CRM and create some sophisticated reports, you can also do that. Okay. Jumping on to the next thing, which is called Sales Accelerator. Okay, it is a really good functionality. Basically, what it does, it uses AI in the backend, right? And it automatically curates a list, a work list for me as a salesperson to work on various leads and opportunities those are assigned to me. Okay. So for example, you can see this is my work list. I can see a list of all the leads and opportunities. Yeah, I have a filter option here. I can filter this by due date or record type or activity type or unopened or followed up. Okay, I can also sort this by due date, lead score, name, and so on. Okay, so even though the AI or the application already curates this for me, I do have 100% control on how I want to pursue my opportunities, right? Then on the left hand side you can see the preview of, for example, any lead or opportunity, right? So for example, Kenya Brady, this is the lead that I have in the system. I have multiple tabs here. I can capture the lead shows, the rating status, and so on. And this here is the sales process flow, right? Which can also be configured. Let me actually open this to show you into a little bit more detail. Okay, so you can see here up next, okay? So what you can do is you can create sequences or the best practices within the application to guide your sellers how to pursue a specific opportunity. For example, the system is telling me, I have to send an introduction email to the prospect. Okay, and once I have done that, I can just mark this task as complete. Then you wait for 5 days, for example, and send them a reminder email. Then you have to call the customer, send them a thank you email, or schedule a meeting with the customer, and so on, right? So it is guided selling, which enables your salesperson to kind of go on a specific thing and see, okay, what's the next task that I have to complete. Okay, the system also gives you the lead score based on interactions that you are having with specific leads and opportunities. You can also leverage LinkedIn Sales Navigator to, for example, if Bhupesh within my organization is connected to Kenya, I can ask Bhupesh to introduce myself, right? um, and things like that. It gives you relationship health, like I was showing earlier. For example, how good are you doing with this specific lead or opportunity? It has a built-in assistant which gives you information about, for example, if you have a phone call scheduled or you have to send a quotation and things like that. Okay. Then you have a timeline feature, which is really good because it captures each and every interaction that you are having on that specific lead or opportunity. So, for example, you can see there's a phone call made to introduce from Kenya, and then there was an email sent and so on, right? So gives you a 360 view of a specific lead and opportunity. Okay. Then you go on details. You can capture other information like contact details and company details, their preferred contact methods, and so on. All the relationship analytics, for example, how many emails you have sent and received and phone calls you have made, and so on, right? So it's a really, really good feature here. Then moving on to the other thing, you can see calendar. So this is pretty same to that you already have in Outlook. Basically, you can see and plan your day. For example, if you have any appointments booked or phone calls or any task and so on, you can see that in the calendar view. It's seamlessly synchronized with your Outlook because it's Microsoft, right? As a salesperson, I can create tasks for myself. For example, I have to review a proposal with the finance team, and I have to send a specification to a customer, and so on. Okay, so you have this chart. You can drag and drop. For example, if the task is completed or cancelled, and so on, right? So you can do that. Also, if you want to schedule phone calls, follow-ups with your customers or prospects, you can do that, and the assistant will remind you. Okay. Then moving on to leads. Lead is basically an inquiry. Okay. initial interest that somebody expressed into your organization, right? So you can create a lead very quickly here. I can go here. You can see there's an option, click new. It will open up a new form, and then I can very quickly create a lead. I do have an option to scan a business card, for example. If you're attending an event, somebody handed you out a business card, I can just use this feature to intelligently capture the details, and then I can follow up with them later on. Okay. And being a Microsoft product, it has built-in integration with all the Office 365 side of things. So it integrates with the Outlook. You can see you have an option here, export to Excel, right? For example, if I have to make any changes to this long list of leads, I can just open it in Excel online. Okay, some people, like working in Excel, so it's really, really useful for those, right? You can make any changes and just click save. It will update your list. You can export the data if you want and share with your finance team or so on. Okay. Then you have opportunities. So basically, before I move on to opportunities, I just want to show you, you have this business process flow at the top. Okay, these are basically the stages of your sales. You have a qualify stage, you have a develop stage, propose stage, and the close stage. Okay, now what we can also do is we can configure these stages as per your requirements. Okay, you may have 5 stages or 6 stages. There may be a stage for demo, or there may be a stage for negotiation of the contract, right? So as you go along, working on these leads and opportunities, you can just move them to the next stage and so on. Okay. Um, and then it also tells you how long has it been open. So for example, this specific lead has been in this stage for the last 4 days, which is quite useful for me to know as a salesperson, right? If I want to pursue this, lead, what I can do is I can qualify it, and then which will automatically turn it into an opportunity, right? Which is a sales opportunity for me. Now, when I go in my opportunities, you can see this deal tracker, and the color code signifies, the risk with the deal, right? And bigger the bubble means the bigger the deal size, right? So for example, this one is only 5,000 rupees. Okay, you can see here estimated revenue, and this one is 95,000 rupees estimated revenue. So visually it is very easy for me to look at my sales opportunities and work on them. Okay, at the bottom I can see all my sales opportunities which are assigned to me, right? If I open one of the sales opportunity here, let me make it bigger. So, I have all these fields to capture the information for this specific sales opportunity. For example, how much is the budget for the customer has? When are they looking to buy? For example, are they looking to buy this quarter, next quarter, and so on, right? What is the purchase process? Whether it is an individual going to make a decision, or it is going to be a team making a decision, right? So I can capture all the relevant information, on this opportunity, right? And from the implementation perspective, I know there can be some specific nuances, right? You may have requirement for additional bespoke fields. It's very easy for us to add new fields here if you want to capture, a different set of information, right? Then you still have this timeline feature, which gives you a 360 view of what interactions you have had on this opportunity. Okay, it is very useful for 2 reasons. Basically, if I am the sales manager and I want to look at, how opportunities are progressing for a specific salesperson, I don't have to ask them. I can just go in the CRM and look at, what sort of interaction are they having. Okay. Or if somebody leaves the organization, okay, and then you still have to, you have these opportunities to follow up. So if somebody new, a new salesperson joins the organization, they can just go through the timeline, right? And they will have the visibility of what has happened on this specific opportunity. Okay. Then, like I was mentioning earlier, using AI, it gives it opportunity score. Okay, how likely is it to convert? So there are 75% chances, for example, for me to convert this. And you can see the criteria here because I have identified the decision maker. Okay, purchase time frame is not known because I've just updated it. As you can see, the process is not known. So if I save it now, it will take a moment anyway, and then it will update the opportunity score for me, right? And I was talking about assistant, like, having a virtual assistant which keeps reminding you of the task and activities that you have to do. So you can see here, this is one example. So I have a reminder that this opportunity is going to be closing soon. I have to work on this, right? On the relationship health, how is my relationship with the prospect? Is it fair? Is it good? Or is it declining? Right? Do I have any interaction planned coming up? Right? And things like that. Who are the stakeholders involved in this specific sales opportunity that I have to make sure, I'm interacting with them regularly and so on. My internal sales team, for example, and who else is going to be competing this on this opportunity. So all the intelligence that I need as a salesperson is available here for me, right? There are multiple tabs. I'm conscious of time, so I'm not probably going to go into a lot more detail here, but I will just give you a very quick rundown on this. Relationship analytics basically lets you compare, how you are doing with this specific opportunity, and how many phone calls have you made, how many emails have you exchanged, how is your relationship with the customer, basically, to show you what are the chances of you converting this one, right? The quotes tab basically allows you to create a quotation very quickly, very, very quickly. Okay. You have a products tab here where you can add the products. So within this application, you can create your own product catalog, right? Your own price list, discount list, and so on. And then you can, when you are, quoting a customer, you can select the price list. For example, this demo is configured for a company which is selling coffee machines, right? So if I want to, I can just quickly add the products which I want, right? And save to the opportunity because I have already configured my product and price catalog in the backend of the application. Okay. So you can see here very quickly, I added this, all these products. Um, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is basically, once I have LinkedIn Sales Navigator license, I can see, additional information about the company, or, my key contact for this opportunity, or, the latest insights and so on. So you have to sign in with your LinkedIn account. Okay. This is a paid feature, by the way. You have to get a subscription for that. So I have added my products, and if I want to really very quickly create a quotation for my customer, I'll show you how easy this is, right? So you can see this button, new quote, and all I have to do is click on that, and it will very quickly, takes a few seconds, but creates a quotation. Okay. So you can see here, quote, every quote gets a unique ID, okay? And you can revise it. So if you revise a quotation, for example, the customer says, oh, can you give me some discount, or if can you add one more product, or anything like that, right? So it keeps a note of how many revisions you have done to this specific quotation, right? You can see all the product items here. If you want to give discount, you can do that, okay? And all that can be configured in the permissions, for the sales team. There can be approvals which can be configured. For example, if a salesperson is not allowed to add discount, that has to be approved by the sales director. Okay. So in that case, the director will receive an email or a notification that, so and so salesperson is requesting for discount. You can update the shipping method, payment terms, freight terms, billing address, shipping address, and all of the details. Okay. So it's very, very, full-fledged sort of application. Then you do have an option to activate the quote and then share it with your customer. So there's an option for me to export to PDF, right? Um, and we can customize, or, as per your brand guidelines, you can add your company logo, your registered address, and everything else. So this is a format, for example, okay, but this can be configured so you can have your company logo and everything else. Okay, you can have multiple templates how you want it to be. Okay, so once I've done that, I can download the PDF if I want. You can see here I downloaded this PDF. Okay, or I can very easily email this from within the application to my customer. So now it is opening the email interface. All I have to do is literally just, add some text. I can CC my boss, for example, or my leaders into the text here, like dear sir, or you can also use email templates. There are built-in email templates within the application. You can see the attachment of the quote summary, and you can send it directly to the customer, right? So it's very, very easy, very intuitive, very useful for the sales team. Okay, you can define for example, the quote is effective from the first or the to the 30th, and so on, right? Okay, so once the quotation is there, this is my quotation. The customer says, "Yeah, that looks good. I'm fine with that. Here's the PO. Please go ahead, create the order." Right? What I can do then is I can go here and I'll have an option once I activate this quote. I'll have an option here, close the quote. If I lose it, I can close it. Okay. If I have won it, then I will have option create order, right? You can see here. So when I click on create order, it will automatically close the quotation as one. You can decide the date, which date did you win it. You can close the opportunity, calculate the actuals from the opportunity, and click OK. So you can see I'm on the quotation here at the moment, but it will take a few seconds and then create the order for me in the CRM, right? So basically, what I've shown you very quickly right now is how you can manage the entire sales process from lead to order in the application, or it can also be lead to invoice, right? Most companies, because they already have a ERP or a finance system, uh, so there is a need for integration, which we can do, right? So for example, when the order is created, for example, you can see here, order, once it is created, it can push the data to your ERP or finance system, right? And depending on the sync that you have, you can take it from there, right? But if we talk about specifically this application, you know the order is created, you can fulfill the order, you do have an option to create an invoice as well, you can see here, right? So if you don't have a finance system or a ERP system, don't worry, you can still manage your lead to invoice, the entire end-to-end process within this application. Okay, so you can see here, this is the invoice, and again, I will have multiple templates, I can share the invoice with the customer and so on. Okay, then some of the other features that I want to quickly show is, for example, the forecast. So again, how are you forecasted to get more business? How is your sales pipeline looking, and all that, right? So it uses AI in the backend and gives you a forecast of your different salespeople. So at the moment, there's only one person, that's me. But if you have a entire sales team, you will see all that information. Okay. Um, right. Apart from that, very quickly, as I mentioned earlier, there is a functionality to have an inbuilt dialer. For example, you can make calls as well. You can integrate with the telephony provider from within the application. You do have Teams integration available for collaboration within the organization. You can talk to your colleagues and so on. So you have Teams integration here, right? And you have this here Copilot, okay, which is the AI side of things. So I can just ask questions in natural plain English, for example, summarize the lead for me, or help me with the open opportunities, right, and things like that. So it's a chat like interface, right? And then it will give you the information on hand from this application. Okay, so slightly conscious of time here. I'm not going to take too long. I'll pass it over to my colleague
Thank you, Amit. So just allow me.
Over to you, Bhupesh.
Yes, thanks a lot. So now we have run through the demo. I'll just the main slide. So these are the basic packages what we have designed especially for MSME market. So basically there are three packages. One is Quick Start Essentials, other second one is Sales Accelerator, and third is Sales Transformation. So Quick Start Essential is in all the three packages, you will get three licenses of MS Dynamics Enterprise Edition. Only just the difference is the implementation timeline. So we have 5 days Quick Start, which works in 5 days. Accelerator, which works in which implementation timeline is for 10 days, and sales transformation, which is 30 days. So it's like just to give you the other side of the point. It's like with with the Quick Start package, you you can hit the ground up and running in 5 days, specifically designed for the startups and companies with a small scale team. Ideally for the companies who wants to take first step into implementation of their sales process. Coming to the sales accelerator, with this package, we can help you to get everything ready in 10 days. As I mentioned, 10 days you can hit the ground and can start working. And this package is basically ideal for agile startups or the companies who are looking to streamline their sales processes. Last but not the least, the sales transformation. This is ideal for the customers who would want to transform their entire sales process from start to end. So timeline for implementation is basically for 3 days. So these three packages, what we have designed from the Zelite point of view in help with the Microsoft. So this is about the sales packages. Now coming to the next part, which is the cost. So the cost for Quick Start Essential is 2.8 lakhs plus taxes. For Accelerator is 3.76 plus taxes, and for Transformation is 5.76 plus taxes. So each package includes your three dynamic 365 sales enterprise subscription for 1 year, which is on yearly renewal as per Microsoft licensing, and the rest is your implementation. So this includes your plain implementation and some of the modifications. If there are a lot of customization is required, integration is required, that will be a separate discussion. So now summarizing all this webinar is like MS Dynamics can help basically all the SMEs to adopt the digital era and to help them to transform their company into a digital organization. And the MS Dynamics with Zelite can help all the companies to become a part as a partner in their digital transformation journey. So now we open up the question answer sessions. Anyone have the questions? Uh, Ismail, I think you can allow all the participants to talk so that we can get the questions, or you can just type the questions into question and answers.
I encourage all the participants to ask as many questions as they want. You can write in the chat box or we can unmute you.
You can raise the hand. We have a question from Rahul Singh. Is there any mobile
Yeah,
version for the
I'll
same?
take that
Yes.
question. Yeah. So yes, you do. This is a cloud-based application, right? And all you need is an internet connection, and you can access this same application on pretty much any device. You can, for example, when I was doing the demo, I was on my laptop, but you can also access it on your tablet and also on your mobile. Okay. On the mobile side, if you are using, depending on what type of device you are using, if you're using an Android or a iOS, when you go to the Play Store or to the other Apple store, there are native applications available. Okay, Microsoft have already developed these applications. You can download the application, literally just enter your credentials, and you're good to go. Okay, and the ratings are really good. If you'll go online and see, they're rated 4.5 out of 5. So yes, there is available mobile version, and it's very good.
We have another question from Mr. Vijay Patil. Yes, sir, you
So
can
in
unmute
addition to
yourself and
cost
ask.
mentioned, is there any license cost per user? So apart, Bhupesh mentioned, these three different packages. With each of the package, you do get 3 Dynamics Sales Enterprise licenses. But if you need additional licenses for other users, ad hoc users, you will have to get a license. So Vijay asked the question, can we integrate with our own mobile sys application? Yes, you can, which will be, additional effort on our side. API integration can be done. Then Rahul asked the question, it will work on the same license or different license will be required? No, so same license. You don't have to buy any additional license for the mobile. It is just one license, which allows you to use the application on any device. And Krunal is asking, can we give different access or view to different user? Yes, you can. So depending on basically what you can do is, what we can do is, we can create user roles and permissions, right? So salesperson is only allowed to see certain data or make certain set of actions. A sales manager can do X number of actions and allowed to access certain data. So all your roles and permissions can be defined as per your requirement. Yeah, that is what we do when we implement the CRM for you. I
Mr.
hope that
Kulkarni, you
answers
can
your
unmute
question.
yourself. There is one more, Mr. Ravi Kulkarni. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Yeah, yeah, I unmuted. Thank you. My question is, you said like I'm having some restrictions in my server, okay, proxy server. Maybe done some settings like I am outside APIs are not going to access. For example, as you
Mhm,
said, we can integrate with APIs. So
mhm.
to access the Azure account also we need a license, correct? Uh,
Correct.
yeah. So for example, I'm creating a lead, and for that lead, I'm creating a visit. So when I'm creating a visit, automatically it is integrating to the entries going to my Outlook also and to Teams also. Hmm? So
Mhm.
now in the Teams sending to the Outlook inbox is okay, and sending to Teams is okay. But I would like to have a icon of join in the Teams.
Mhm.
So for that there is integration of API you need. So if my server don't
Correct.
access, don't allow that access to, implement in my scenario, then what is the solution? So how it is going to happen? Like,
Okay, so I'll be honest, it's slightly more technical for me, but I know within Azure
okay.
in app registrations or API management, it allows you to expose certain APIs to make certain
Mhm.
actions, right? We can do it. We have done it for most of our customers. If you want, detailed information, I can connect you with my technical head, who is
Mhm.
unfortunately not on this call, but
Uh,
we can
okay.
certainly follow up with you.
Another question. Uh, there is a flexibility to create the reports in Power BI, and you can
Correct?
integrate in the Microsoft BI and Dynamics also. So in Power
Correct?
BI also, I have to have a license to generate the reports. And if I publish it to the live outside customers, is there any requirement to have the license for customers as well, or don't
Yes.
require?
No, no,
Yes,
you will
no.
need to buy premium capacity. Yes, you will
Yeah, yeah.
need different
I'm
type of license.
okay. I'm having a professional license in of pro
No, you
license
can't.
of Power BI,
No, you
and I
can't.
would like to publish one report to my customer. So is customer also need to have a Power BI license?
Correct.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So I'll answer this question. For
Mm,
publishing any report, you don't need to have your customer to give an Power BI license. You just have to send them a report. But the thing is, you have to send a report in a specific format. Like you have to can send the reports into PPT format, or you can send the reports into PDF formats. They can view the report.
then
That is manual.
Uh,
mhm.
yes.
Okay, then
That is
how they
manual.
can
You are exporting the
check
report
the
and
live
sharing it.
live
That's a different
interaction
thing.
with? Okay. Okay. No problem. So thanks. I have so maybe my query was different. So if I'm having interactive, I'm having a filters, okay, parameters in my dashboard. So if I give a export to PDF, so only one screen is going to share. No, if I give the PPT, only screens are going to share.
Correct.
Where the two-way communication is happening. So that was not
No,
my
it won't
question.
work.
It won't work.
It won't
Yeah.
work. It won't
Mm.
work. You need to buy premium capacity for that.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
No worries.
There is a
Any other
question
questions?
from Yes, there is a question from Tabriz. If we want to customize fields in the UI, can it be done using current license?
Correct. Yes, it can be done.
Mm. Krunal, which package is good for me? How can I identify? Can you please help me? Yes, Krunal, we will surely get in touch with you for this. We can discuss this offline.
Meanwhile, Bhupesh, you can share your email ID in the chat so that they can directly get in touch with you.
Yes,
Uh,
I am just sharing an email address. So this is the contact slide. I'm just sharing the email address also. And so as we are 5 minutes over the time, just a quick. So this is for the month of September. In October, we would like all you to see in our next webinar for the topic, which is on MS Dynamics 365 Business Central, which is treated as an ERP. So surely will you all will get an invite and detailed for this. And by end of the day today or maximum by tomorrow morning, everyone will get a recording for the reference. And if anyone has any questions, any query, my email ID is mentioned in the chat box. So you can get in touch with me, obviously, and we will help. We are there to help you to solve your queries. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Ismail.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time for the webinar. Thanks a lot.